Hey y'all, welcome back to That's Debatable. I'm your host, Stanza Yvette Esq, and I'm back with the boys. It's been a minute. I'm glad to be back.
Let's go, let's go. We ain't seen each other in a minute. Everybody been gone.
Yeah, the culture referee, Ray Daniels, is here.
Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate Jordan love. You always tell who liked me the most that day by who claps for me.
Who claps for you?
I pay these niggas too, so I guess niggas is pissed. It's all good. Let's go.
You need a standing O then. No. We have the queensiest.
Whoa. We gotta go.
Jack, stop,
them
man.
all.
Let her lead the show, bro. Keep that in the show, by the way. God damn. Let her lead, man.
No,
go ahead,
crazy.
Stanza.
Let's break the fourth wall. No.
Shit.
The queensiest of them all, you will recognize. I'm pretty sure that's where you were going, that Joe Budden recognized the word
basically.
queensiest. So you want credit
She
for
was gonna give it to
coining
you.
it. Yeah. If she, you know. But we got Jack Danz, ladies and gentlemen.
Look.
Hater.
So Ray doesn't like Jack today.
No, I like Jack. But
It's
just we haven't been back. You know, I'm excited to talk to the boys, and it's like, let's Stanza get in her bag, and here come Jack. Hold on, let me say
something.
Alone, man. Let her lead. Go ahead.
Let me say something. Joe Budden, you know, shout out to Queen. Is
out.
that where you going?
Not really, but we'll get to that later.
We're going to get to that. Everybody here for us. Let's go.
All right. And we have marketing and music guru, Brian Miller.
Let's go.
Nice hat.
Guru now, that nigga got his legs folded like a guru.
You know,
Let's go, Brian.
He got on
Brian got them guru
that
legs
Steve
folded.
Jobs turtleneck. Yeah, you
Man,
mean he came
Brian
from
came
business.
from-
Brian
Brian
meant
came from
business today.
business. Let's
Love
go.
that. All right.
And the Yankees
so guys,
hat.
we're starting off with Stanza's opening statements. Lizzo was in the media today or this week. She confronts Yung Miami live on stream for weight comments Yung Miami made on Shannon Sharp's podcast, Club Shay Shay. Now, Yung Miami appeared to be defending, which I am in agreement that she was defending Lizzo. It's kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Y'all are going to critique her regardless of what size she is. Lizzo appeared to be confronting Yung Miami on a live stream, and she asked for further clarification, like, what did you mean by that? And Yung Miami stood on everything she said. She repeated it back to her on the show. So I just want to know your guys' thoughts on this.
Well, I don't think that was a confrontation. Like, from the clip that I saw, it just looked like a conversation. But I guess, you know, like with social media, it always got to make this shit seem like it's more than what it is.
I was just going to say, to be honest with you, my only thoughts is, and Stanza, I can't lie to you, you did it. You did it.
I did.
My only problem was that everybody said it was a confrontation. Everybody said and it wasn't a confrontation. It was two friends talking, and she got it on speaker. But what happens when we put the word confrontation out, right? And obviously we say it because it gets more clicks, right? It could have been Lizzo confirmed with Yung Miami, but it was like Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, all these places put Lizzo confronts Yung Miami. That puts them at odds.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a confrontation. It was more like, that's my homegirl. I know what she meant, but instead of allowing the internet to play us against each other, let's get on the phone for the internet and show the world that we friends and we together. And then it went from that to Lizzo confronts Yung Miami. And I think that when we do that, we're playing women against each other. And I think that that's whack for them to do in the media, because that's how we can't get the girls together. She ain't confronted. They didn't yell at each other. They didn't curse at each other.
Yeah, I don't think
they didn't do nothing. They just said, what's up?
That was calm.
like,
it doesn't have to be yelling for it to be a confrontation. However, I agree we shouldn't be pitting women, you know, against each other. However, I think that it was just kind of disingenuous to put the camera in her face and do it on a live stream and asking for a clarification. Like, if you my homegirl, I'm just gonna pick up the phone and ask, hey, what you meant by that? Like, what was that? But
she said it on camera, and you got to understand something. If you said it on, it's like one of them things where it's like, Brian Miller, you my brother, right? By the way, I just told Jack stop doing something. That's my brother. Like, that's how we talk to each other. Nigga, chill. Like, it's like, we ain't got to act like it ain't Ray check Jack. We are friends. That's what friends do. You can make it that. Like, I've had all types of, Brian, we've had arguments before. I've never had a confrontation with you, though.
But you know, my question, did Yung Miami know she was on camera?
I bet you she knew.
If she knew, cool. But if she didn't know.
If she didn't know, she would have said, that was fucked up, Lizzo recorded me. That's what I'm trying to say. We act like these people aren't human. We just, like, I have an idea. We should do a TV show called Find Something Wrong. And just show black people perfect pictures and say, find something wrong. They will. Because it's like, and that's what we doing. We finding something wrong. I thought it was smart for Lizzo to do that. If I was a manager, that's what I would have told her to do. Hey, you know what we're going to do? So people can't play out against each other. Call her on speaker, ask her what she meant, and let the world see that y'all are friends. And then the world goes, they confronted each other. To me, confrontation is something that confrontation has never been friendly. It was more just like some, girl, can you clear this up, please, for these people so they don't think it? And I thought it was smart. I loved it. And when I saw people say confrontation, I'm like, I hope Lizzo and fucking Young Miami don't fall for that. Right. Young Miami don't feel the need to say, she confronted me. It was like, she didn't confront her. She didn't check her. All she did was say, babe, you said something, friend. Can you tell the world what you meant? Because the world is going to try to flip your words.
But that's not what she said, though. That's not how she... I get what you're saying. And it didn't become a thing until Lizzo made it a thing. Like, no one was questioning Young Miami's statements about Lizzo's because everybody understood what she meant. So for me, I guess, as in many other people, it didn't need clarifying. Like, we understood what she was saying. It seemed like she was taking up for Lizzo. So I get what you're saying, but it didn't seem like it became a thing about the weight until she was on the pod, on her stream talking about it. So that's
for me. It felt a little insecure, just a little bit
from Lizzo's side. Yeah. Really?
I'm gonna tell you why. I mean, you got to look at again. I think Lizzo is a great artist, but I think that some of the antics kind of show displays of insecurity.
Yeah, but the internet has taken all of the adults back to high school.
I agree with that.
Social media has taken every adult back to high school. And that was some high school immature shit, but it was necessary in the world of chatter to actually get it clear. So guess what? No one can take Young Miami's words again and use it against Lizzo. Mm-hmm. They did what they were supposed to do. It didn't read insecure. It read all about my business. Let me clear it up. I know what you meant. You know what the internet's gonna say. And she's like, nah, girl, this what it.
But you know what? You say that she did it so you can't play into the confrontation thing. Honestly, I would have just dropped the statement and been like, that's my homegirl. We already talked about that.
Statements are whack. Statements mean your lawyer drew it up.
Or she could have said that on live, though. She could have literally said that on her social.
Instead of doing that, me and my friend talked about it on camera. It's over. We squashed it. It's love.
If she knew, then it's cool.
I know she knew. And my thing is this, is she did it on camera on purpose. She was protecting her and her friend's relationship. It was nothing wrong to me. What else we got?
All right. Then there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Lizzo knew. And Lizzo knew.
The calmest confrontation I've ever seen.
Trick Daddies back with crazy statements. Trick Daddy says he prefers women ages 22 to 35 and calls out women of his age, saying that the old hoes are stuck in their ways and they need to lower their standards. I'm curious to hear.
Can I go first, please?
Absolutely. Steve Jobs.
This ain't gonna be what you want to hear. I'm going to defer because I feel like me and the culture referee feel the exact same way on this one. So I'm going to defer to the culture referee on this one because I feel like we feel the exact same.
No, I want to hear your first.
You want to start? You can't say I'm going to start and then I defer.
Give it to us.
Give us your opinion.
Give us your opinion.
Ain't y'all cousins?
Give us your opinion.
Yeah, you and Joe Budden cousins.
No, you and Trick.
Y'all damn streak at night together. The man stole your word, not mine.
Go ahead.
Listen, here's the thing. Listen, man. Rip me in half in the comments for this one, but I'm going to say amen, and I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to pass it back.
So hold on. Ooh.
Amen.
So you agree with Trick Daddy?
Yes,
no, I'm not.
Yes, don't let me don't go for that.
Yes, I do.
We want to hear a statement. Give us your statement. You cannot.
Let's go.
You defer to Ray.
So here's the thing.
You said amen, cop out.
So here it is.
What do you feel about the old hoes?
Here it is. The same way social media, Ray just said, it took us back to high school. I think social media and everything we've seen, one of the things we DM'd on this show about a person that's been through 3 different celebrities and had kids with 3 different celebrities is very trifling for the most part. I'm not saying all. Okay. I'm very conscious about not saying all. Many, yes, are insecure and bring a whole lot of baggage and a whole lot of drama. And I'm with him on that one. I'm sorry.
So you're saying, so Brian.
Old me would have said no. I would have liked Tricky tripping. But new me,
I got to ask you a question. Yeah. Okay, well, we're talking to new you now. Oh, you gone. So let's talk. So, Brian, what is the age group that you prefer if you were to date?
Shoot, honestly, 27 to 35. I'm not doing the 22 thing.
So
25 to 35.
Okay, so 27,
25.
25 to 35.
Yeah,
so
ain't nothing wrong with a 25-year-old. Were you immature at 25?
Yeah.
No.
25.
I had some.
Hey, listen,
but
if you march,
hold on.
said what he said.
No,
Here's the
I'm
thing.
not questioning. Listen,
Hey, hold on. Bring
I'm
50, 25 to 27-year-olds in here and say, you know what? Can't date y'all. Y'all immature. They'd be like, Negro, are you crazy? Like, we are grown. We are self-sufficient. We are this. That's a cop-out. No. 25 to 35. I said what I said.
So you're not dating 39?
No. Shit, no.
Can you tell him how old you are, you my brother?
No.
Yeah.
Shit, no.
How old are you?
Can't tell you how old I am. I protect that.
That nigga's interrogating him
Yeah, because
today.
you want to hear.
He say he don't want to date a
25.
girl. Listen, okay,
That's
here's my.
not-
But no, I
That's not
want to hear what you have to say.
Here's
on
my
the
thoughts.
subject.
Here's my thoughts on it. My
There
thoughts
you
on
go.
it. My thoughts on it is simple. I'm tired of that kind of energy coming from. I'm tired of that kind of energy coming from our community.
Yes.
I'm tired of the. Listen, if we're gonna be better, which I want us to. I'm tired of that energy coming from our community, where it's like now you have this grown ass man, Trick Daddy, talking about 22. My nigga, you're fucking.
I ain't say 22.
Yeah.
He damn
He
near
said 22.
No, he said 22.
So I asked
I
you,
ain't with him on
we
that
didn't
one.
ask you what would you say.
I'm
He
not,
said,
and
how you feel
I
about what he
clarified
said?
what he said.
He's
no.
51.
He's
Trick Daddy
51.
is
A child,
51
no.
years old.
A child,
He's
no.
old enough to be a 22-year-old's daughter.
True.
I mean, father.
Dad,
I'm sorry.
dad, correct.
And he's bragging about how old hoes are old. Like, to me, this is the problem with the community. By the way, Trick, I love Trick. If he would have said 27, cool. He said 22.
There you go.
You tripping, bro. You, cause I know, I
What'd
don't know.
I just say?
Can I be
I
real with
said
you?
27
This is my
to
answer. I would
35.
say this, and I hope nobody gets offended by this, but it's a TV show on HBO that I hope, it's Netflix. It's something about crazy shit that happens in Florida.
It always starts. Every headline starts with Florida man.
Florida
man.
I'm trying to tell y'all, there is something
Florida
different
man.
about Florida than it is the rest of the
Something in
country.
the water.
And I will be honest with you. I think that what Trick is saying, that's probably only a Florida thing. Imagine a 51-year-old New Yorker saying that. New York would light his ass up. Imagine a 51-year-old nigga from the West Coast saying that. Nigga, Too Short is a pimp. He's been a pimp since I was a kid. Too Short has never said that. It's like, you gotta stop aging women. It is sexist, it is wrong, and I ain't gonna lie to you. And as much as I fuck with Trick Daddy, and I ain't gonna lie to you now.
And Trick Daddy
Hold on, let me just say this.
He's questionable.
There is some truth to dealing with women your age. They will tell you what the fuck they gonna do or ain't gonna do in a heartbeat, and dare you say
That's
something.
all I'm saying.
Hold on.
This is turning into a red pill podcast.
No, listen.
No.
They really do that. There are black women out here who do that weird thing, and listen. I was dating this one chick a long time ago, and she was my age, and all she reminded me of was how she had her own career. And I didn't want to hear that shit. Now, and by the way, this is when I'm 28. You don't want to hear that shit now? Like, so my thing is this, is that Trick is not wrong for saying what he said, but he separate women, and I think that that's what's wrong with
But
society.
I got a question for you. You posted something on your social media yesterday.
Oh, shit.
And it said, instead of checking on your man to see if he's cheating.
Check to see if he happy. That has nothing to do with this conversation.
It does.
Show us.
It does.
So you're saying
You gonna take us from here?
we can go.
To
Hey,
make
listen.
it try.
Ryan, I want you to hear me right now.
I'm listening to
I hear
you.
you. And by the way, your preference is your preference. If you like young girls, as long as they're legal and you say that on record, say that. I'm with that if that's what you like.
When it's 7.
Hear me out.
35.
If you like young girls and that's what you say it. Listen, Bill Belichick is fucking 80 years old dating like a 26-year-old. But he's not
wrong.
saying, because them old bitches is fucked up.
Yeah.
That's my problem. If he just said, I like younger women, I like
I got a
younger
question
women.
though.
But don't say I like younger women
But you
because
know
old
what?
bitches is like,
But you know
there's
what?
some men that like a woman that's mature that can teach them.
You did have a caveat. You did say in your statement, because it's a lot of them out there that's like, the hell's going on? And what there's a reason why you said that.
Let me tell you something.
That comes from experience.
Okay,
though.
let's do this.
I got a question.
Hold on, let me say this. I'm a grown man.
Right.
I am stuck in my ways. I know exactly how I want everything in my life. Now, you can give it to me better than I wanted it, but that's a risk we're running. And the minute you try to give me something that I don't want and I say no, it should be over with.
Where's my camera?
If I gotta hear your mouth like, oh, if you immature, did this. Listen, we have to stop attacking each other on both sides. Everybody has a preference. Everybody like what they like. And that should be enough. But we like to play everybody against each other, the confrontation, the trick daddy talking about this. And that shit is what's keeping the culture from going forward.
I'm not saying he should have said it publicly. I'm not saying that.
Stanza, what we talking
Do you
about?
have a,
No. We're not letting Jack talk on this.
Okay,
Hell no.
Damn, niggas is censoring me? Wow.
Yes.
What is the,
Jack can't talk on
this.
this.
Is a question I have.
And I'm not saying like that, but I'm just saying I'm not letting Jack, because he gonna say some stupid shit. Yo, I'm saying what you think of Queens. It's like,
That's not what I was gonna say.
well, hold on. Okay, let's see if he
women-
said. Okay, everybody,
Okay.
let's give him a chance.
Nah,
Jack, say your
I was
point.
gonna say we know that Trick Daddy is the CEO of the Eat a Booty gang. Maybe he just likes young.
You was
booty.
right,
This is why
You was
I
right,
did not.
Ray. You
Now
was
nobody
right.
will feel bad
You
when I
was
say don't
right,
let Jack
Ray.
answer
We
no more.
shouldn't let-
Go to the next
question.
thing.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
now.
I'm sorry.
Do y'all think, because y'all done turned this to a red pill podcast, women that's young gonna do?
Not me.
Not you.
Okay, thank
Not
you.
you. Wow. Women that are young.
Well, you ain't
Go ahead.
talking to Jack.
Well, because we don't know Jack's preference, because we.
I mean, I can answer seriously though. I
Okay,
can
what's
answer
your
seriously.
age range?
Okay, seriously.
That's
I don't
it. Give me one.
have
What's
an
your
age
age
range.
range?
That's
But
it. That's it.
I'm just gonna answer it. I understand
Age.
how he,
Age range, man.
Range.
You wasted time already.
30 to 40.
That's your age. Okay, well,
That's
you ain't
fair.
saying what Trick
That
saying
sounds
then.
reasonable.
ain't
But
mad at that.
my question is, do y'all think, I would just hear everybody's answer, do y'all think that women should lower their standards based on their age? Because that was a lot of the questions in the comments, that women should lower their standards based on their age. I have a problem with that.
Oh, I got an answer for that one.
What is that?
I think that because of social media, we can all agree that social media changed everybody's perception. It changed, girl.
Social media took every adult and put them back in high school.
There you go.
That's what it
so again, and it is a false sense of reality. And I think
Answer her question.
I think
Or no.
Hold on, the show goes longer.
Ask me, Stanza.
Ask me, Stanza.
Right, what do you think?
What's the question? I didn't remember the
Yeah,
question.
ask that
The nigga just
question
talked.
again.
What's the question?
What's your age range?
Do women? No, that was not the question.
Listen.
Do
I'm
you
not going no
think
less than
that
27, but I
women
feel
should,
uncomfortable
the
saying
older
that.
they get,
Go
do you
ahead,
think
Stanza.
that they should lower their standards based on age?
I
What's
think the
question?
older every human gets, they should lower their standards or change their standards. It's lowering is another trigger word like confrontation.
Right.
You can switch your standards. You can say, you know what? I don't want to deal with this anymore because I'm at this age, right? You can do that. I'm not saying lower your standards, but I believe as everyone gets older, you have to start getting used to getting older.
so. I got a question for you.
It's okay.
By
Brother.
majority, are women's standards warped in this generation?
Social media
Are men's
taking us
standards-
back to
You got somebody that look like Trick Daddy.
Bam.
saying,
That's all I said.
How does he look?
Oh,
All I
say
said.
something? We ain't gonna get into how Trick Daddy look. That's being mean.
I know, but I'm saying.
We're not gonna be
but
mean
he's saying,
today.
we talking about standards of women. And you said they're more than men, but I'm saying that's a loaded
has
statement
lupus.
to have.
I said warped.
Listen.
No,
Oh,
Trick Daddy, even before the diagnosis of lupus, in his younger days, he was not.
To
that's,
you.
know that, nigga.
Warped.
that's to my.
Can we?
Go ahead.
Listen.
Finish your statement, right?
I would say, well, Ryan, what's your question? Then we can go to the next one.
I said, are women's standard in today's society
Social
warped?
media has
So that's a
jaded
yes.
women's, but it's also jaded men's
Men's
standards
as well.
Yeah,
And social
okay.
media has changed. Social media has women thinking that he don't like you unless he cash app you some money.
Yep.
Like that's immature as fuck. But that's them 22-year-olds. Them 47-year-olds, they got their own money.
Shitting me, they got Cash App on this shit on their damn profile.
Let's go to the next subject. I want to say this. This is uncomfortable for me.
Or DM fees. Or them DM fees.
Go ahead.
Not the DM
Yeah, bitches have
fees.
DM fees.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one. We're not gonna stay there.
All right, so Diddy had I would say a small win in one of his lawsuits where the judge, it's the $30 million lawsuit that he has against him. The judge drops the RICO charges within that lawsuit. So it's not being charged with RICO. The whole lawsuit has not been dismissed, but he did drop those charges. So it was a small win for him in court. You and Hitmaker said that you think he's getting out. But let's keep in mind that these are not his criminal federal charges. This is not the criminal side. This is the civil side. This is the $30 million lawsuit.
Can I say something?
Do you think?
We know you're an attorney.
Let's go.
And we know you talk like an attorney. And we know you think like an attorney. But we all know that it's only a few attorneys who understand that it's still a jury that makes the decision.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm telling you is this, is that Little Rod win was a bigger win for Puff than any of the other wins he's ever had. And here's why. Little Rod was the troublemaker. He was the one that started it. Little Rod started it before Cassie. He was the first person against him. And the first person that opened them floodgates gets shot first, it kind of makes everybody else look around like, hold up. Lawyers look around. I think he's gonna get off. I think he's gonna get off, and I think that his justice is gonna be the time he's serving right now. I hope that changes.
Telling me no.
You think he'll get it? You don't think this mean nothing? Okay, can I say something? Okay, can we do this? Because you said no. I'm not gonna do this with Stanza because I'm gonna do this with you. Tell me what he did to deserve to be in jail with no bond besides him being rich.
The Cassie video. Solely.
So you mean to tell me that there are men who actually have abused women that have been locked up for abusing women that have got locked up with no bail?
No, this is what I'm saying.
Name somebody.
This is what I know.
We don't not give bails for domestic violence.
I'll give it to you.
I'm asking you who said no. I'm staying right here with you.
Yep. I'm gonna give it to you.
What did he do that makes him deserve to not have a bond?
I'm about to tell you. I don't think we know yet, and I'm gonna tell you why. R. Kelly, if you believe everything that they said about him, scum of the earth, right? We can, if it's true, right?
He's just an old school pimp.
Okay, I'm with you.
He's in the wrong time. If he was in the 30s, they might like that.
He had a human kennel.
Now, right.
If you believe what they say, he had a human kennel.
If R. Kelly was doing what he's doing in the 70s, that she would be a sex symbol.
But this is what I'm saying.
In 2010s and shit.
This is what I know.
Yes, Bobby Womack. I heard somebody say Bobby Womack. These niggas was gangsters, man, taking each other wild.
I agree,
doing all
but
types
we
of wild
were
shit.
here and we watched. We said, hold on, wait. Y'all got federal ducks swimming up to this man's house, both houses at the same time. Like, bruh, that takes a high degree of authority.
I ask you a very simple question, and you're not answering it.
I'm going to answer.
What have you personally seen?
Nothing.
I've had one.
But watch this internet, high school.
It's not about the internet.
School. Watch this. No, hear me out. This man just said, no, he ain't getting out. And then you ask the same man what proof or what reason.
I'm giving it to you.
And he's like, and he don't have one.
Ray,
This the
let
problem.
me put it to you like
Why
this.
Why is he getting out?
Let me put it to you like this.
Out?
If the Ducks, if federal troops raided this room right now and they said, Ray Daniels, you out in cuffs, I'd be like, shit, I don't know what he did.
Can I be honest with you?
That shit is insane.
Can I be honest with you? That's what they do. They scare you. They lock you up. They hold you in contempt of court. No, that's the games they play. That's how they, like, dog, Young Thug won his trial. But he still served 3 years in jail almost. So it's like he won, but they still got him to sit down for 3 years.
Do I think that Puff is guilty of everything that they saying he's guilty of? No, I think they're using that to. It's the Al Capone thing. It's like we can't get you on this shit, but we can get you on this.
Al Capone was a fucking gangster, killing people, extorting people.
Shit, they say the same about Puff.
Who he extorted?
If you believe everything Keefy D said.
Oh my gosh! Now we bringing. Guess what we bringing in now, guys? You hear me, Ryan? No, let me tell you what's happening right now, Ryan. We're bringing in internet talk.
Is he innocent until proven guilty?
I didn't say that. I said I think he's gonna get off because I think I think in this time I think that we were really angry. Kamala was running for president. It was a really different time, and now Trump is president. And what I'm telling you is that a convicted felon is the fucking president. You mean to tell me we gonna lock Puff up and do all this shit for what? Now don't get me wrong, he's gonna serve time because he's doing it now. The time he's gonna serve is right now. I promise you. Listen, bro, he's gonna get off because he didn't, dog. It was just a whole lot of internet noise, and they felt the pressure, and they knew that they could probably get some fucking some political capital by going after Puff. Because let's be honest, guys, Mayor Rudolph Giuliani became Mayor Rudolph Giuliani when he fucking took down the mafia. So in the DA's office, they have their own agenda anyway. That's how they become famous. The whole country know who Fonnie Willis is. Not because of her, but because she went after a celebrity. So everybody playing those games. But what I'm telling you is that it's salacious. It's like, oh, he did what? Baby oil. None of that shit is all salacious. It's all cool as fuck to talk about, to laugh about, to do that stuff. But a man is in jail away from his family. And to me, I don't think that that's cool. And people say he should stay in there until someone can tell me what he exactly did, that they can point out to say he did that. He deserves to be in jail without bond.
So I got a question for you. What do you think he did? Like, do you think he's innocent? You think Puff is innocent?
I think he's a bad guy. I think you've been a bad guy. I think I've been a bad guy. I think Jack's a bad guy right now, currently. No, here's my point. My point is that I say this famously all the time. To a mouse, to us, a cat is a cuddly animal. We love it. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. But to a mouse, that motherfucker is a tyrant. So am I saying Puff has been a tyrant to people in his world? Yes. But do I think that niggas like Lil Rod or whatever his name is should not get in trouble? Nigga, you went into the man world trying to come up and it didn't work for you.
Agree.
And now you're trying to sue him because it didn't work for you.
I completely
That's
agree.
what it is. Listen, bro, I've been in the music business 20 years. Let's be honest. Ain't no nigga ever try me. Ain't no nigga ever try me. Ain't no nigga ever pull his dick out. Ain't no nigga ever make me feel because I made sure niggas knew I wasn't with that.
There you go. But
it happens to niggas who let it happen.
But here's the thing. We all know that Rod is a liar. We know that Rod is a liar. Everybody.
I don't know you're a liar. I don't know you're a liar.
Bro.
I don't know him. I won't call a man a liar.
Okay, well, let me say this. I just think he a bitch. I just think that, let me tell you something. You don't stay in an environment as a straight dude when that shit is happening.
I got to say something. Let me do that. You guys are right. Let me take that back. I don't know the man to call him a bitch. I retract that because you're right. I think he's thinking with his bitch gene. Right? And I think that every man, I think if you have a woman in your life, a mother that raised you, a woman that raised you, women teach us differently than men teach us. I think what he did was when you start talking about being a victim of sexual assault as a man, nigga, I'm fucking someone up, they touching me.
No question.
So what I'm saying is that I think that what he's doing is some bitch shit. I don't think he's a bitch. I'll take that back. And I think he's going after this man. But what I'm telling you guys is that we have so many people that want to be in this business, and I've seen niggas sell their soul for it, and I just haven't. And those niggas that sell their soul be getting mad because the fucking devil don't fucking want to play right with them. Nigga, you should have played yourself.
I'm with you, but here's my thing. I think I'm putting Puff in that category as one of those dudes.
And guess what? I do think he's a bad guy. I think any nigga, in order to get power, thinks like that. It's just a sinister world we live in. I'm not saying that. I do think that he probably done bad shit. But do I think the man should be locked up without no fucking bail because he fucked people out of their publishing and the reason you don't like him? To me, that's just not fair. And I know a lot of people comment and say, Ray always defends Puff. I don't defend Puff. If the man is wrong, the man should be in jail. But no one can give a real reason why he should be out except he's rich as fuck.
Best guess.
So
I think he does the Bill Cosby.
They did give him, and it's because even from inside the jailhouse walls, he's intimidating witnesses.
See?
So
let's stay there. Let's stay there. I like this conversation. Look at the words she used. Intimidating. So you see what I'm saying? He could be calling his friends. Like, yo, you got my back, but it could be looked at as that. So it could be seen as different ways, guys. Like, dog, if I'm
going to get you touched. If you step up there.
Not saying that about jail.
Not on a jail call, but if they have proof of his calls and he's saying things that, hey, okay, you got it.
He can do it in or out of jail. He can do it. If he got money in jail and he got money out of jail, you can get a nigga hurt in or out of jail. So if that's the case, that's not enough. He can call niggas from in and out of jail. I'm just saying, bro, we like to laugh at shit and like, but this is a man who's away from his family. And the people that are happy he's in jail are not happy he's in jail because of anything besides a video with Cassie or their disdain for him as a man. It's nothing that we've seen on paper where they said he shot somebody, he had a hit done. When Tekashi 6ix9ine, it was like, you saw him on camera, yo, 30,000, whoever knocked that nigga up. No, he needs to be, that's different.
That's why I think the trial is going to be super duper.
Okay, and I get it, but what I'm telling you is I think he's going to get off, and I think it's going to be it's going to just be us getting into another man business. He ain't do what OJ did, my nigga. It's not two dead bodies. There's not a body. He's in a RICO act by himself. It's a whole lot of fucked up shit. And as a black man, it frustrates me. And if anybody watching this thinks that I'm sticking up for that, you don't understand what the fuck I am. I'm tired of seeing people laughing at people losing because they won in life. You sending the wrong message to the world. Talk about something else, Stanza. Well, I want to keep on this stuff. Let's keep going. What we doing next?
All right. Nelly is back in the news.
What'd he do?
He just nothing big, but he was discussing how him reconnecting with Ashanti and that he rushed to put a ring on it because he wanted to prevent her from being labeled as a baby mama. So it wasn't like he just like, oh yeah, I love this woman, da 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 da. Of course he loves her, but the conversation is, about him saying he didn't want her to be a baby mother. I just want to say
I'll just say this to black women watching this and listening. This proves why it's right to catch a man in the right time. Black women be getting with these dudes, having kids from them, and these niggas ain't ready to be fathers, and then they baby dads. Like I always stress, if he's not ready to be a father, if he's not ready to be a husband, he's not ready to be a father. So if you ain't ready to sit down, marry someone, be with them for the rest of your life, you think you're going to make a life and just live your life like, oh, he ain't ready to be a dad. So to me, I'll just say props to Nelly, kudos to Nelly for being for doing what he did and marrying a woman and making sure that this child, but there's other kids that he had that didn't have the same experience. But that's because he was a younger man. This is a lesson for women. Like sometimes you got to meet a man where he is, not where you want him to be. That's what I would say.
I think it's like how he spun the block or how they spun the block with each other because, you know, they were together back in the day and then reconnected with the verses. Like, I mean, now I think, whereas before, like, I guess Remy Ma and Papoose was like the hip hop love story, I think Nelly and Ashanti replaces that now, like as just something that, you know, to look at. That
I don't know about that.
Why not?
I mean, he's in her 50s, he's in his 50s, she's in her 40s. Like nobody, those are not goals for anybody unless you're at the top. Like Beyonce and Jay-Z are goals because he's in his 50s, she's in her 40s, but they are at the top. Nelly and Ashanti are living off the past, their best days behind them. No disrespect, because Nelly, I let my nigga, but it's rare. It's hard to call them goals when they're not actually getting into it. They're actually living happily ever after now.
Well, I'm not talking about business. I'm just talking about some personal shit.
Yeah, but goals. See, high school shit again, guys. See, I'm talking about the high school shit. Like goals. Now it's like no, it's the same concept. We're looking at people saying, "I want what they got."
Not knowing the full statement. I mean, it's admirable what he did, but I don't know if I would have said it because it's almost like I married you because I didn't want you.
But you also slighted the other women that probably came before you that felt like.
But I'm saying even Ashanti because it's kind of like that statement could go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's not wrong. To me, it's not wrong. Like, dog, my dad married my mom for that. Like, I want my son to have my last name.
No, I feel that, but I don't know if I would say that publicly.
Yeah, publicly.
I get it, but we got to stop worrying about how shit feel and just let some things be what it is, and that'd be fine. It's like if me and Stanza wanted to get married at the courthouse, then that made us happy. Everybody should be happy for that. But the way the internet works now,
this is what I'm
he
saying.
didn't have no money.
No, I'm saying
to give up
to
real
clarify
wedding.
what I'm
He
saying.
wanted to do it.
Right.
It makes it seem like if you were happily in love with this woman, it's like, yo, I made her my wife. Period. That's it. But you're like, yo, I didn't want her to be labeled as a
you
baby
gotta understand
mother.
who Nelly is. Nelly is a global superstar sex symbol. He has his choice of every woman he wants in the world, and he still decided to sit down. Let's give him some fucking props for
I'm giving him props for that. I'm giving him props.
It sounded a little. We ain't getting no younger, so we.
It's a little, it's a little more sensitive.
By the way, if that made him and her happy,
Right? No,
that's
that's them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
she likes
he
it,
didn't
cool.
do
Yeah,
this.
she
He
liked
should
it. I
have
love
did
that.
that.
I love that.
Yeah, like,
you know,
I
I think more men should lead with the mindset that they
Yeah,
don't want
for
make
sure.
baby mamas. They want to make wives
Yeah.
and not baby mamas. So
I agree.
I think, but like you said, it is kind of like a slippery slope where it could come off like I wouldn't want my man to say
Could be a little
on
insensitive.
a public
A little
platform that
insensitive.
he only married me because I had a baby.
But my thing is that would be your man. But
Right.
Ashanti probably that's my baby.
preference. Yeah, right, absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody got a different preference.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's
I'm
elated.
I'm here to
you know?
regulate the internet now. I think I'm here to show people like, I'm being honest with you. I'm really on that energy because we don't have no grown-up voices on the internet any fucking more.
I think so.
Everybody, like 50 Cent is celebrating. It's like we're not acting like grown-ups now. We're wondering why the kids not growing up. Let's act like grown-ups. Come on, what we talking about next?
LeBron James. Oh, well, now we're getting into our
Yeah,
statements.
you can get into it.
Dum.
Damn right.
LeBron James.
I'm sick of this shit.
Was on. Oh,
But go ahead.
Give Brian the mic is yours. Go.
No, listen.
LeBron James was on Pat McAfee. And a lot of people were getting pushed. He's getting a lot of pushback from some of the things that he said. He made mention that Stephen A. is on a Taylor Swift like tour regarding him and his son. He said a lot of other things, but I mean, as men who are have had some spicy things to say about LeBron,
Listen.
I wanted to hear what y'all had to say.
Let's take it by the numbers. Stephen A. picked on the wrong dog in this fight. He picked the wrong dog to go against. He poked the wrong bear. LeBron James is more powerful than Stephen A. $100 million, $200 million, $300 million deal, doesn't matter. So he said what he said because LeBron James is usually docile. He'll take it. Like in the past, it's like, all right, yeah, I'm the whatever. In this instance, could have been pressure from home, could have been pressure from his son, could have been, I don't want my son picked on. He confronted Stephen A. All right. So fast forward to now, LeBron James was dead ass wrong for confronting Stephen A. about comments about Bronny James. Yep. Bronny James is a basketball player.
Yep.
Because saying that means that every kid, that means that Dale Curry can come out and be like, don't talk about Steph. You know what I mean? Like, that's my son. Your son's a grown ass man who
You know why
plays in the
Dale Curry
NBA.
wouldn't do that?
Huh?
Because Steph earned it.
Damn right. That's the point. And here's the thing. I hate these bronzesexuals that literally
Brother.
come up and say, justify Bronny James being in the league. Bronny James is going to develop into a decent NBA player. And if he does that, I wish him nothing but the best because he seems to be a great kid. He takes it all on the chin, class act, right? And I love what he's doing in the G League. But should he be in the NBA with the numbers he has? No. And that is what Stephen A was saying. Don't set your son up for failure like this. Now, when you talk about anybody's child, it strikes a nerve. It don't matter what you're saying. Don't matter if you're right. It struck a nerve. He spoke. But now LeBron James is on the Taylor Swift tour because he's like, oh, the media's on me. And the media's like, yeah. And all the Bron sexuals are like, get him, Bron. So Bron is using every platform to show Stephen A. he's doing this to Stephen A. You too small. Get back in your lane. And Stephen A. got back in his lane because he has bosses and LeBron James doesn't. But I'm sick of this LeBron James using this shit. Like, if it's about your son and you checked him on it, leave it alone. Why are you still talking about it? Why are you using platforms to demean Stephen A. at this point? Y'all both wrong. Stephen A.'s job is to chase clout. LeBron James should, I said what I said, back up. You were wrong for saying it, but let it go. Period. Shit's getting old at this point.
I think what LeBron did was a huge sucker move. And let me tell you why. If you're going to talk about it, talk to the man that said it. You don't want to do that. You know what you did. You put on a scene in your house. This man was a visitor in your house, the crypto arena. You put on a scene for the world, knowing the world is going to be interested. By the way, I thought he did it at the end of the game and someone just so happened to catch it. He did it in the middle of the third quarter. He knew what he was doing. He's on a mission to belittle Stephen A. Smith. I get that. And by the way, that's some genius shit to do on some, like, respect. I respect LeBron for how he's carrying Stephen A. It was on some power shit. You want me to show you my power, nigga? Let me show you my power.
No doubt.
Here's why I said he was a sucker move. He should have went to a smaller podcaster. He should have went to a small, nigga, you're LeBron James. You could have did a fucking kid podcast on the street. You would have changed that kid's life. You would have changed the ecosystem for that kid if you would have did it. You could have did an unknown podcaster or a new podcaster or anything, but you went to Pat McAfee, a white kid who comes on right after Stephen A. Smith. Comes on right after him. That was sucker fucking shit. This is my problem. This is the internet again. It's like, you're LeBron James. You can say I'm here and we're gonna follow. Then do that. If you're gonna go out Stephen A. Smith, help the next one. Help the kid that likes you. Help the voice. Help one of those bronzexuals that love you and and say, I'm gonna pick you. That's the gangster move to do. You got on Stephen, because let's be clear, the internet's gonna find it and we're gonna go watch it. LeBron James does not need the biggest microphone for his voice to travel. He is LeBron fucking James. Whatever he says is gonna travel because of who he is, and he's smart enough to know that. And he's smart enough to know that. That's why he confronted Stephen A. But to me, listen, bro. You doing the same thing he doing. Now you want to talk about it, nigga. Talk to me, nigga. But you don't want to talk to me because it's gonna help me. Okay, I get that. You want to see me be you want to show me how big you are. Then show me how big you are and go to somebody small and make them big. Cause let's be clear, Cat Williams fucking changed Club Shay Shay.
Did that.
If you're gonna do an interview, nigga, let's break a fucking new podcaster. Call a little nigga that love you, a little nigga that celebrates you, and go talk to him. Let them ask you. Talk to some kids. Some kids is like, yo, because if you was my dad, I would appreciate that. Give some voices to somebody else. It was sucker shit. It was whack. And that was my only thing I thought was sucker shit. But he's playing Stephen A. And I'm a Stephen A. fan. I'm a LeBron as a man fan. I like him as a player. But I'm not like a LeBron sexual. Like, nigga, I see flaws in his shit.
And it was weeks later, which is what I have a problem with.
But my thing is this. He should have talked to somebody smaller and gave them the platform. Everybody want to chase the bigger platform. If you big, you are big wherever you go. When I'm Ray Daniels, I walk wherever room I walk into.
So here's the thing, too.
Like
I'll do you one better. You got the God Show.
Yep.
Let's say you got on the God Show and you said something about somebody's son. That's easy to pick up the phone and say, yo, let Ray Daniels know I want to be his next guest on the God Show. I want to talk to him about it.
Because I ain't gonna lie. Maybe I wasn't a fan of Chris Bosh, but I like that he confronted Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless used to call him Bosh Spice. Chris or Spice Bosh. Mm-hmm. And Chris Bosh approached him and was like, yo, you disrespected my family name. That's my kid's last name. And Skip was like, oh, I didn't even think. I was just having fun. I respect that. Mm-hmm. Man, shit. LeBron is acting like a kid right now. He caused a problem. Somebody called him out about it. And now he confronted that person in his house. Mm-hmm. Nigga, confront him and let him talk too. Or don't confront him. You didn't want it. You wanted to embarrass him like he did. And everybody want to talk to Stephen A. And you know why, but now you're like, this nigga's on the top. Man, LeBron, that's lame, man. Like, Jackie, we got something to say. I'm just off that shit.
I just don't like how Stephen A, excuse me, is tucking tail now because I was watching First Take earlier.
He has.
And he's just
He
totally.
has.
He has bosses.
Bosses, bro.
That don't mean that.
Yeah, it
maybe
does.
He
He's
just
not the
can't. I don't
Queens. He's
like
the
it.
guy to Queens.
I don't like it.
He's from Queens. He ain't the Queensiest nigga.
That wasn't no Queasy shit right there. But I didn't like that. I just don't like that he was doing that. But I saw the LeBron clip and I didn't think it was that bad, honestly. Be honest with you.
What he said?
No.
What clip?
The clip when he said that he wasn't just defending Bronny, he felt like he was defending the players as well. Other players.
LeBron James don't.
I mean, we know that he was defending Bronny, but he cleaned it up nice. Like I don't think it wasn't that bad, but I hate what Stephen A is doing.
What do y'all think about? Since he also spoke about his relationship with Michael Jordan, and he said that
LeBron did.
Yes.
Okay. What did he
said he hopes that their relationship gets better after he's done playing. He said MJ doesn't want to talk to me until I'm done. What are your thoughts on that?
What kind of fucking nigga says that on live TV? Like that's honor amongst thieves, my nigga. Like what are you talking about, bro? Like it's like now he's making MJ look like he's treating me like I'm not. Like it's like, bro, hey man,
Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant do not understand this LeBron James.
They came from real men,
Yes.
thinking like a real man. Like, dog, by the way, watch that Kobe documentary.
I've seen it.
It's incredible.
Yes.
But that he was a man. And when he got to the NBA, but can I just real quick, Kobe got to the NBA when he was 18. Basically, he was his kid. He only wanted to avenge his father's NBA career because his father got cut short over something that happened bad or something. Like he got in trouble with somebody and they basically shipped him out of town. Then he went overseas. That's when Kobe started playing in Italy. But Kobe's whole thing was impressing his dad.
Yeah.
And then he got a wife. And when he got a wife, he was like, I'm a man now. And his family didn't really receive him. Like they had something to say about his life. You a kid? He said, no, I'm not a kid. I'm a man. And he died a man. Kobe was a man when he was a kid, and I gotta respect it. And my only issue with Bron is like, as great as you are, be a bigger man, be a realer man. He has this feminine voice that he doesn't understand. Like I would never say that about MJ. You know what I mean? Niggas in the music industry I know don't like me or have done. Nigga, I would never give them the credit of saying it on camera to make it seem like I'm a victim of somebody's shit. I like me.
And I hate social
And if
media.
you the fucking GOAT, why do you care what another person say? You the GOAT, right?
I hate social media and what it's done to even sports because, again, everybody likes to say, well, it's a business now. And the players, it's always been a business.
Always.
The reason why Charles Barkley is rich is because of Michael Jordan. He literally pulled Charles Barkley to the side and said, do not take that money
He
they
changed
offer
the
you.
economics
He
of
did.
the NBA. All
Period.
these niggas is getting money
Period.
because of him.
Right.
And my thing is that it's like this the internet. The social media has now, it's like it doesn't matter which the real. It's about what I say. LeBron has more stats, he's better. It's like, okay. Like he's a better. It's like if you like the man because you like the man, you like him because you like him. You don't like him because he actually chased greatness. He never went after greatness. He always went after what was right. Greatness is, I'm going to win a slam dunk contest because MJ did it. Greatness is, I'm going to compete in the 3-point contest because MJ did it. Greatness is, you saw that documentary, The Redeem Team? Mm-hmm. Greatest moment. This is what made me love Kobe. So they in Vegas getting ready, running summer practices. They in Vegas. They come in, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, and I think Chris Bosh. They was all coming from a party. So they walking in the elevator at 5 a.m. When they walking in the elevator, they see Kobe walking out.
Coming from the gym.
No, going to the gym.
Yeah, going to the
So
gym.
they was like, what you doing, Kobe? I guess they call him Kobe Bean. What you doing? And he was like, shit, what you talking about? We out here to play. I got to go work out. And they all got on the elevator and looked at each other and was like, nigga. By the way, it's told on the documentary, so you hear all four of them say the same story. And we looked at each other and was like, this nigga different. That's what makes that nigga so great. And then the next morning, who was in the gym with him? LeBron. Then the next morning, Wade. Now LeBron, Wade, Melo, now the whole fucking Redeem team was working out every day at 5 a.m. That's because a man was in the room.
Grown man.
A
I'll put it to you
grown
like
man was
this.
in the room.
Let's say we all
need
do
more
this.
of that.
We all do this show together, right? And let's just say, we're on opposite teams for whatever reason. Kobe Bryant said, first play, I know what they gonna run. I'm running through Powell's fucking
My
chest,
teammate.
my teammate, right? They like, you're not doing that shit, and he did it.
Ran
and
through
set the fucking
and
tone,
set the tone like we ain't here to be friends.
and didn't pick his ass up.
Bring
Like,
back
get your
Mamba
ass up.
mentality to the NBA and it'll
Absolutely.
be better.
Absolutely.
What else we talking about?
Also, no, I wanted to, because you
Go
mentioned something earlier that Bron went to a big white podcaster, but I sent something or we talked about it in pre-pro about Adam and No Jumper podcast played a significant part in federal RICO raids resulting in 18 arrests. I just want to know about like how we keep giving, how y'all feel about black men giving white podcasters platforms in our black spaces.
Because they don't think they good enough. They don't think we good enough. I know that you could put a mic in anybody's faces, and if it's good enough, the world will see it and they will come talk about it. That's what I would say. It's just really that simple. You gotta know that your shit is good enough. You gotta believe in it. And to me, you know, what's happening with these white podcasters, I went viral for saying it. In Atlanta, it doesn't happen because everybody got guns. Now, let me tell you what I mean by everybody got guns, right? So, I first of all, I'm not of the mindset of blaming Vlad, Adam. I'm not of the mindset of blaming white media. But I have said on this this same platform that, man, Vlad asks questions that I can't believe he can ask. I can't. He asked fucking straight up. He asked, did Jay-Z stab you? I would never do that because I understand the implications of him answering that question and what that can mean for Jay. But Vlad can. So in my opinion, that is what white media is for. If you want to have a conversation that's uncomfortable maybe or get some real shit out, do that. I can't ask a black man, another black man shoot them. If that black man is out of jail, I'm basically trying to send him back to jail. So to me, it is a huge issue, Stanza, but I think that this is the start of it. And now Adam and them, here's the Atlanta part I'm saying. If Vlad and Adam lived in Atlanta and 18 indictments came down, let's say it was 18 indictments came down on a rapper from a major side of town, they now have to worry about kids from that neighborhood running up on them because everybody got, this is what I mean by everybody got guns. There is a penalty here. They're gonna get your ass. And now you got all these black men in jail and they out there saying it wasn't us. Well, then to me, if you are a black person right now, you're still going on their platforms and giving the information out, then you are part of the problem also. Right. That's what I would say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Like, some of these dudes need to just shut the fuck up and stop talking on camera. Especially about, like, shit that you know is going to get you jammed up. Like,
bruh,
you don't do that.
But it's like, it's kind of one of those, like, all money isn't good money type of thing, because you know they're getting paid to sit in front of them. Like, you know, Adam, not all of them, but a lot of them are. Like, you know, the Vlad, you know, yeah. So, like, I know they're getting paid for it, but it's like, at what cost? You know, like, it's hurtful. And I'm not saying, you know, federal indictments, some of these YNs need to be up off the street. They do. However, I think we're just kind of feeding into their algorithm, their spaces, and boosting them when we could go to somebody like you or, you know.
Social media has taken us back to high school. And in high school, niggas did anything to be popular. Niggas did anything to be popular in high school. Social media has taken every adult back to high school, and now niggas is doing whatever to get popular, even if that means telling old war stories, not realizing the fucking feds are listening, the police is listening, everybody's listening, and there's gonna be one person say, hey man, why is this person saying this, sending this clip to somebody, and then it's done. So we gotta start changing how we approach. That's why I came with this energy, because I'm like, dog, Big U is my nigga, bro. This man, I saw this man on the camera, and I was like, he don't wanna go in. And by the way, I have no problem with whack, but I understand, like, it's by the way, I guarantee you that all of those guys, Loose, Whack, Big U, I guarantee you in the last 3 or 4 years, all of their money has went up because their profile has went up, right? But at what cost? At the cost of who is what we got to start focusing on. And to me, it just needs to be more like us not being out there just telling our business. Where I come from the world, if you committed a crime, you shut the fuck up. And you went home and you didn't say nothing to nobody. If you know a crime was committed, you didn't say nothing to nobody. Let alone go on somebody's podcast and say, let me tell you what happened.
Right.
Come on, man. What else we talking about, man? What we talking about today?
So you brought up Big U. There's a lot going on in the rap industry right now. Yella Beezy was recently indicted on capital murder charges in Texas for the shooting death of rapper Mo 3. Big U also was indicted on federal RICO charges. And we had a shooting in Memphis where they killed the rapper Say So P, which was alleged that he ran off with $200,000. Sauce Walker was also there and was shot. He survived, and it's alleged that the person that was shooting saw who it was and realized who it was, and they spared him. That's what I'm saying. It was alleged. Oh yeah, so that's alleged. However, my question is are the streets killing rap?
So there's a statement, you know, I like to watch documentaries. if you were in the music business, no, it's one of my favorite documentaries with Jerry Weintraub. Anybody, you should watch. It's called His Way. It's incredible. Came out in 2011. But Jerry Weintraub tells a story of him in the 60s and 70s being in the music business. And he says something. He said, if you were in the music business in the 60s or 70s, you had to interact with the mob. You had to. It was just impossible. They had venues, you had to interact with the mob. The point is that the mob is organized, right? As much as it's like a bad thing, Cosa Nostra is supposed to be not there, right? It's supposed to be something that doesn't exist. The mafia made it that far because they understood we don't exist. This goes back to the last thing we talked about. These niggas, because of social media now, want you to know they exist. Because the more you know they exist, the more their clout goes up, the more their fees go up. Now they can be themselves and be interviews like, bro, we are going down a dark path where we're killing our culture slowly but surely because we're like it's like our street shit. So now you got rappers getting Rico hit with Ricos that was created to find Cosa Nostra. And here's the fucked up part. The rappers are actually rapping about it. Yeah. They're actually telling the story. Like, I think Pooh Shiesty was locked up from a robbery because the fucking the dollar serial number they matched. Dog, we are in the internet now, bro. If you're gonna be on the streets, you need to delete your Wi-Fi, delete your fucking data, and just be a street nigga. If you're gonna be on the internet and in the streets, you better be ready for something to happen.
Yeah, Bobby Shmurda
whether it's an indictment, whether it's you getting murdered. Like, dog, we seeing rappers get murdered in the street. Like, we're not even seeing niggas make it to their peak before they can, because they're basically using all of this dirty information, this dirty data, being who got murdered, who ops, and they put it in songs that's supposed to entertain the kids, and the kids are entertained by it, like he's such a gangster, and then this nigga goes to jail for 6. We're setting the wrong standard in terms for these kids, guys. And to me, like I said, I'm on a mission to stop the internet from turning us into high school students. We got to grow up. So if somebody puts a mic in my face, I'm gonna talk like a fucking adult. I'm not gonna talk like a kid.
I think that what's bad about today's music is, like, you know, when we grew up listening to hip hop, a lot of it was a lot of the appeal of it was the mystery of not knowing, like, if this person was real, if the lyric was real, and kind of like guessing that. But now is a situation, like Ray said, that, you know, these kids is talking about shit that they actually did, saying names, saying streets, saying days, wearing the same clothes that they may have done. So they're taking the mystery out of rap and really incriminating themselves.
But we allowing these kids to brag on shit they like, dog. Yeah. Dog, when I grew up, bro, if it was a crime, my mother grabbed me from hey, sit next to me, don't say nothing to nobody. That's not our business, because gangsters did gangster shit to only gangsters. Right? Now we're in a position now where now you got motherfuckers killing everybody. You got motherfuckers running, and it's fucking crazy. And we're setting the tone for these kids. Like, dog, who is the next anything? Who's the next Drake? Who's even close? Who's the next Travis? We can't even get there because there's so much drama happening around these kids. And whether they getting indicted, they're getting shot, they're getting hurt. Like, dog, first of all, Yellow Beezy's my nigga. I got his number on my phone. That's my dog. I hope it ain't true. But my nigga, if it is, what the fuck were you thinking? My nigga, you have everything you want. Stop allowing the ego to lead. The ego is going to run you right off the cliff, run right into a bullet, or run you right into jail. Right. It's the ego. So for me, it's like sometimes it's like
Mo3, though, it was retaliatory because Mo3's people shot up his car on the way home early in the morning. I'm not saying that it is.
By the way, I'm glad you told me that, because at that moment, that's even more reason to not retaliate.
Yeah.
They gonna know it's me. My car got shot up. Nigga, be a real gangster. Right. Nigga, what real gangsters do. You ever seen the movie Four Brothers? What do you say? Nigga said, I sent y'all to get 2 out-of-town shooters. That's on purpose, because that's how gangsters think. Nigga, I was watching the movie, the Robert De Niro movie, Alto Nights. They tried to do a hit on one of the characters. They told him he missed. He hit him, but he didn't kill him. And he was like, you didn't kill him? You shot him in the head, he didn't die? You know what you got to do? Get out of town. Gangsters. Gangster shit. Nobody is saying, you killed him? Oh, nigga, somebody get me in the studio. It's time to turn up. Give me a beat. Give me a beat. It's like and by the way, in doing that, we're shrinking the market share of rap and hip hop so much that it won't be anything left for the actual talented people, because the streets have actually overpowered it in a way. And by the way, I'm connected to the streets. I know street niggas, my family from the streets. But the thing is, street niggas respect niggas that say they not street, like me. I'm not from the streets, but I'm from the streets, but I'm not a street nigga. I don't follow street rules. I'm a civilian. I have kids. Like a nigga shoot my car up, I'm going to the cops and then the streets. I'm going both, nigga. I'm going to my cops, and then I'm going to make sure I get the car straight so nobody can shoot my car up again. Make sure I put that shit, invest some money, get that shit bulletproof, whatever I need. And then I'm going motherfucking say, hey, I can't help I ran a nigga over. He was in front of my car. I can't help that. I'm going to do that. I'd rather accident kill a nigga than kill a nigga. Like, what are we doing, guys? And we're hiring young niggas, not life-changing money. If you're a shooter and you're going to shoot somebody for somebody, take life-changing money. Don't get enough money to go to the club tonight. Don't get enough money to go buy a new whip to pull up on the block. Get enough money to leave town for 6 months and come back a new person. No, dead serious. Like, we love the mafia culture, but we don't follow it. We live by it. We want to be street by it, but we feel like they coming at us because we black. Nigga, they coming after us because a lot of us are doing dumb criminal shit. Right. And that's the truth. Somebody has to say it.
I have a question. What's the appeal? Why do people get all of this money and still want to be in street shit? For the life of me, I cannot understand it. Even with like Young Thug and everything else, it's like y'all make millions and you sell record after record and you still got to be entrenched in, because for me, if I got money to put me up and I don't have to do much and I can just live in my mansion and be okay, I'm gonna remove myself from the street shit so that I don't lose it. Like Dirk is sitting in jail right now. Like
you're also thinking like a woman.
Okay.
And by the way,
that's
and by the way, that's how niggas should start trying to, like, women are smart. Women are like, we getting the fuck out of the way.
You took the street shit. The street shit got you there, but now let's leave it alone.
Yeah,
I feel like,
you know what? Mike Tyson said this.
But hear me out real quick. It goes back to the whole concept of high school. If you was in high school and you're popular and you're dating the most popular girl and y'all break up, you don't go get a lame. Unless it's the movie 10 Things I Hate About You or one of those old school movies. Like, but in real life, if you're a popular nigga and you're dealing with a popular broad and y'all break up and the whole school talking about y'all broke up, you got to get another on the same level. I think what's happening is these guys are being celebrated for being street guys, and their tax, their money is changing, their money is growing, their clout is growing, but they're not mentally growing. They're not learning anything. So what we're really doing is we're rewarding bad behavior and wondering why they're still acting bad.
That's good. That's good. Man.
Yeah.
That's real good because we are rewarding bad.
We reward the bad behavior. It goes back to the whole thing about how our society works. It's like when I was a kid, you know, the niggas that got the girls was the niggas that was street niggas. Like the girls in high school that you wanted, the girls in high school you wanted had the niggas picking them up from school after school that were grown. Nigga. Nah, real talk, picking after school that were grown, and then they got these grown niggas picking them up, and then we're wondering why, like, we're in the same cycle. Girls don't want to date girls they age, and then what happens is, hold on, I'm about to make it 360, and then what happens is, you got niggas like Trick Daddy who feel like because girls been doing it, he could do it like they're doing it, but then it's like, it's the same concept, bro. Women have been fucking with guys older than them since the beginning of time. As soon as a nigga say he wants somebody young, it's a problem. Just something to think about. This is the contradictions in our community that we have to have more conversation about. That's all I'm saying.
Question, how do we stop rewarding the bad behavior? How do we get the shift in it? Because it's a lot going on. If you think about all of the rappers that are hit with RICOs, people are killed, they're dead, they're either in jail or dead, and we know that streets is only, you know, being in the streets is going to end up one way. You're going to be dead or in jail. And I don't know if you had any thoughts.
First thing I'll say is protect your house. Train your house. We always talk about these young kids out here like these little niggas don't give a fuck. Y'all realize that we the ones raising them. Like these kids don't give a fuck.
But you know what's crazy?
Hold on, let me finish.
We're not.
No. We are. We're raising them by telling them fuck what people think. Fuck the world. You do you. I don't give a fuck. Who gets fucked there? Fuck it. It's like, bro, you have to start teaching these kids to be a part of society. These kids don't know how to do nothing but live on the internet.
That's my point. We're not raising them. The internet is.
I know, but what I'm saying is that, but we think we are. Because we're protecting our kids at all costs. We're giving them the nice shoes. We're giving them the nice clothes. We're making sure that their prom, they look the greatest of all time because that's my baby and my baby got to look. But we're not putting work ethic in them. We're not putting discipline in them. We're not teaching them the things that they have to sacrifice to get the things they want. That's why we live in this I deserve culture where everyone feels like I deserve to be free. I deserve to be rich. I deserve to have everything. And everybody thinks they deserve without no merit. And that's because of what the internet did. Because if I see Stanza living good, I'm like, shit, I know her. Why can't I live like her? All you gotta do is get you a nigga that's gonna trick. And now we've made each other transactions. Yeah. Where now it's like, now when we talk about, now, by the way, when we hear about white people talk about love, how they talk about love? We hear white women, Asian women talk about marriage, how they talk about marriage? We have black women talk about marriage. First thing we talk about, most of them, for the most part, is what he gotta have, what he gotta do. And my thing is that we gotta start being proud of the bus drivers again, guys. We gotta start being proud of the regular people again, guys. And until women,
so at the sake of redundancy,
hold on, hear me out. Until women are proud to say, yeah, my man drive a bus driver.
What women?
But you,
because at the sake of redundancy,
no, that's crazy.
Amen.
That's
I
crazy.
said it about
because
20 minutes
actually,
ago.
whites and Asians, that's what they start with. So don't bring
on the internet.
We talking about the internet.
No,
what are you saying?
Only see this the problem.
What are you saying? And I'm asking for clarification because that's crazy.
They're not doing it on podcast. They're not doing it every time a mic's in their face. Every time a mic is in a black person's face, kind of relationship is always about what he got, what he need to got. I'm not saying that white girls and Asian girls and every other race, they want the same thing black girls want. Black girls just brag about it in an unapologetic way and feel like that is what I deserve because the world told me, and that's the problem. The loudness of it. It's like, dog, I have $1 million in the bank, thank God, literally. And guess what, nigga? Imagine if everywhere I went, I led with that. I'm $1 million. I have $1 million. It's like, nigga, okay, who are you though?
So do you feel like bad bitch culture destroyed like relationships?
Absolutely. You got bitches. You got chicks that's more worried about getting a BBL than you got worried about going to college.
So I would go back to my statement 20 minutes ago and say amen in what I said. That's why I said what I said.
But hear me out though. What you said, hear me out though. I'm not criticizing one side over the other. I'm gonna say the same. I just went on black men about being street guys and being smart and everything else, and it's cool. But when you say something about black women, it always becomes divisive.
I'm not absolving black men of responsibility.
I'm saying when you say something about black women, it becomes divisive. But we have to stop thinking like that. The most important thing to me as a black man is the black family unit.
Right.
Because I know a black kid in a house with his father and his mother is going to be the best thing for the outcome of our community, right? Because, right? So for me, that's my concern. But then there has to be people who want, like, let me ask you a question. If she's making money and I'm making money, who's raising the kids? If she wants to make her own money and still spend my money and don't want to go, like who's, like we are still defining what we want to do. I've never seen a white woman talk about 50-50. I haven't personally. I'm not saying it's not out there, but I personally
brought that to the forefront. They brought that conversation
and I want to tell you why.
To the internet.
Let me tell you why that conversation is so popular.
Okay.
No, see, this is the problem. You want to defend. I don't want to defend nobody.
I'm not defending.
No, you say y'all. No, literally, Stanza, you're saying
y'all just literally blamed.
I'm not blaming anyone.
You literally
I'm
just
telling
said,
the truth.
Ray, you just said black women and bad bitch culture. Y'all just said that on this platform just 3 seconds ago. What are you talking about? You were blaming.
I like this because you're an attorney, and I like.
What are you saying? And I've been quiet.
I'm gonna get my point out.
Okay, go ahead.
The same way you said confrontation, and I said it should have been something different, like conversation, is the same way you said blaming. When you could have said alerting, you could have saw so many different ways. No,
said the word blank. Am I?
But I'm gonna say, let me say this. But hold on. I did. And I'm gonna tell you why I did. I'm gonna tell you why I did.
Bad bitch culture. And you said yes.
I'm gonna tell you why I did. I'm gonna tell you why I did.
Change the words when y'all use the word.
No, but I gotta get this off.
Right, I gotta clear it up. It's easy because I understand where she's going now. When you say what you said, you thinking I'm saying, do I blame black women? No.
You said BBL culture.
No. He said, do you blame black women and BBL culture? Meaning the combination of the two together. Like Stanza.
I didn't even say black women.
Let's be clear. Stanza, you are not a part of the BBL black women community, even though you're a black woman.
Thank you.
He was talking about black women who do it.
Thank you.
That's what I said.
And
I blame them.
that's my issue, Stanza. My issue is when I say, do you blame bad bitch culture, I'm assuming it translated into black women for you. I don't think that.
No, I said BBL because I said what you said is BBL culture the problem, and that's what I think we're getting caught up and hung up on semantics because the word blame was used.
Yeah,
so that's all.
I'm
gonna
tell you why. But what I'm saying is that I'm not blaming black women.
That's
I'm
fine.
blaming black women that have that mentality.
Correct.
That's who I'm blaming.
Correct.
The same way I'm blaming black men who have that street nigga mentality.
Right.
Correct.
It's like we ain't niggas. Them niggas ain't saying stop blaming niggas. They understand there are some niggas. Black women have to allow us to dissect y'all a little bit and say
That's
who's
why I
the
always say
wives,
many,
who's the
not
girls,
all.
who's that. You have to start the same way black men have to welcome criticism from black women. I want to hear how I could be better to you, but you gotta want to hear how you gonna be better to me. This is not a
Absolutely, but y'all
one-sided
don't- it's
relationship.
not. It's
We
not.
only hear
Absolutely
from
not.
black women about what black men can do better. And by the way, we should be hearing how black women can love better, how I want to be on telling people how I could love better, how I could do better, how I could be better. That's all I'm saying. So when you start saying blaming, it becomes divisive. He's speaking about a specific mindset. By the way, Stanza, if anybody follows Stanza Yvette, which I think you all should, Stanza posts gym pictures every fucking day. So Stanza is not of the BBL black women culture. She went and got her degree and she went and earned her body. And that's why you are not a part of this. But there are women out here who think all I got to do is get a BBL to get a street nigga and making these babies and these babies are growing up terrorizing
You know what I
other
hate?
people's babies.
And all I'm asking is, who set that precedent? It wasn't
We
a black
did.
woman. It wasn't a black woman.
No.
It wasn't the BBL woman. So if
Look what you're doing. Look what you're doing.
But I'm saying
You're literally trying to absolve, and I'm saying we.
But you know,
say we did.
he said we.
So
did.
if we let me finish, because I sat here quiet for y'all to go on a
Technically,
tangent
you're not
about
supposed to finish. You're supposed to the debate our argument, but we're going to talk about
Okay,
it since you
I'm
want to
just
debate.
saying.
Let's get to it.
Debate and control
No,
the debate.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that it's a problem on both ends, and y'all literally just.
Whose problem is it though, Stanza?
I'll let y'all
Whose
have it.
problem
You know
is
what
it?
I hate?
Oh, Brian,
No,
Brian,
hold
Y'all
on.
got it.
Hold on,
Y'all
I gotta
got
say
it,
this. This
'cause
is what I hate, right?
Y'all call me
we look at
emotional.
No, you're not emotional. You're smart as fuck.
I think
would
the
never say
general
emotional.
theme
You're really
today
smart.
is-
But you're sticking up for a culture that you're not a part of.
This is what I'm saying. I think the general theme today is Ray has said that the social media takes us back to high school, right? We see things play out every day, divisive things online. It's like Krishan and this person and this person and this person. You know what I think about every time? Where are the kids? In all this melee, where are the kids?
too.
Because they have children. You know what I mean? And then you've got 20-year-olds, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, girl, da. That is creating a culture that is deteriorating black people, period. So when I say bad bitch culture, I'm talking about all of them. Not all of you. I wish it was more of you.
Please.
Because if it was more of you,
We'd be better off.
basically speaking up, being like, yo, cut that shit out.
Yes.
Then it would be like, okay, cool, because now I have a role model saying, cut that shit out, because now I have the Michelle Obamas. I have the Stanza Yvettes basically displaying
Let me
that.
say another thing. And I think I'm going to speak for every man. And by the way, Chad, I know we ran out of time, but this is going to be the last one we talk about. Because I got to wrap in a few minutes anyway for a call. But, damn, I lost my train of thought. I was supposed to go. Fuck. I was going so good. You were saying Michelle Obama. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
No, I was saying that we don't have enough role models, basically.
Okay,
bringing
I know I was
a
going with
positive
this. Okay, cool. You was raised by your mother? Was your mother in your life?
Yeah,
You
she
too,
was.
right? Me too. Every man in here was raised their mother for the most part. Has any one of y'all ever seen your mother have a post with her in a bikini saying, I'm going to get bent over this summer?
Never.
Never.
That's what these mothers are out here doing.
No question.
And it's like, we can't say that's wrong. Your kids can see it.
I'm saying it's wrong.
Your kids can see it. I'm going to tell you a funny thing happened to me at Rolling Loud. Chad was right there. So I'm filming a commercial, but I got my son with me. So, you know, the people who I'm with is like, Ray, we need you to film a commercial. You leaning on the car smoking a joint. Cool, no problem. So now I got to get the joint out. I got to smoke it. But I don't smoke in front of my son because I want to set a better example, right? So I go over there, but it's really windy in LA. So I'm trying to get it. So now I kind of turn myself while I finally get the shit written. And through hundreds of people, I see little Raymond looking at me, smiling, laughing. And I'm like, man. So I'll go over to him and say, son, look, let me just tell you how I feel about smoking. I smoke, but I started in my 40s. You cannot afford this habit until you're deep in your career and you know what you want in your discipline. So I would ask you not to. And he's like, Dad, I don't want to smoke anyway. But my point is that we can't, I was trying to hide it and I couldn't. So instead of, I went to my son and I talked to him about it and told him what I see. I'm telling you that we are raising a lot of these young black boys to be evil devils, and we raising a lot of these young black girls to be hoes. And you know who's doing it? Those mothers. And those mothers are sending their kids to school with kids that you have, that I have, and we trying to raise to be something else. And now we're getting divided as a community because I don't even feel safe my son going to certain places because I'm like, I don't want nobody to try to kill my son because they think he is ops or because a girl likes my son. I'm like, you gotta protect your family with everything you are. So to answer your question, Stanza, I believe that the answer is we have to fix it. But we have to fix it by acknowledging that the family is always the most important thing that we focus on. Listen, I make money. I bought my mother a Benz. I bought my mother a car before I bought myself a Rolex. I bought my kids a pool before I bought myself a Maybach. I did everything I had to do to make sure my family had before I start doing for me. Because when I start pouring into me and not them, I forget what I'm doing it for. And we have these men not being men, killing niggas and doing shit and thinking it's cool. And that shit has to stop. It's gonna kill our culture. I'm telling y'all, hip hop is in the most danger it's ever been because you can't even be a superstar without being connected to some street shit or having to do some street shit. And we gotta let our young black kids be free. Why are we making them follow the same hood rules we followed? Right. Why are we making them doing it? Why are we making them play by like Little Raymond life doesn't look nothing like mine? You shouldn't. Well, you had a great life. Your mom did it. By the way, shout out to mama. Shout out to Nita. Your mom did a great job with you. But I'm saying, like, we need more of those things happening, and we can't get to it because we talking about who got more money and who doing what. Nigga, we need to be talking about how we going to come together as a family and sacrifice so the family name can go on, move further. We're not talking about that. We talking about diamonds and shit that don't matter. Meanwhile, motherfuckers is running it up to the top of the earth getting rich, and we're sitting down here talking about 50-50. You know we arguing that because we ain't got shit yet. So we should start focusing on getting something.
Message.
Well, the Drake podcast, it wouldn't be a podcast. Drake podcast without speaking about Drake. Oh, is that
Toronto Blue
Canada?
Jays.
Okay. Drake announces the Nokia music video is dropping. The question people are wondering, is this a turn in Drake's, demise because it's an IMAX, it's the first IMAX music video. And he's dropping it, so the fans the people want to know, is this going to be a turn for the better for Drake?
Let me tell you what superstars do when you get big. When you're so rich that you think you're bigger than everybody and better than everybody, when they close a door on you, you go get a building. And you think it's cool because you have a building that you're next to, right? So now what happens? Drake is like, oh, y'all ain't fucking with me? Okay, y'all don't think I'm the hottest nigga on earth? Let me do some shit nobody else did. We still don't care. We still don't care because you didn't get your get back. So you can go partner with fucking Tesla and be the first rapper to perform at Mars, nigga. They're still going to be saying, is he going to address Kendrick up there? Right. I hope so. Dog, it's just when you're part of black culture, this is what it is.
Right.
We spent this whole time talking about trying to free young black men from this mentality of having to be a certain way to be this and having to do things to your people, and yet we let him get away with whatever because that's whack. And I'm not even saying he's that, but I'm saying, hey, look, my nigga, you pulled up a neighborhood in a Maybach, and we know you have a 767. There's nothing you can't do. But the one thing you need to do is go fight Debo. like they told Craig, hey, go fight, nigga, you better go get your lick back. And if you don't do that,
get a brick.
And nigga, you better go get your brick and hit that nigga Kendrick in the face. We gonna respect it. At least you tried to fight.
Right.
But sitting there saying, IMAX. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course, because you're the biggest artist in the world and the world loves you. But bro, you, Drake, are part of black culture. You are one of us. And it's crazy because I have people like sending me like threats, like, wait till I see you, I'm gonna slap you for talking crazy about Drake. Shit. And I'm like, listen, bro, it's the internet. Yeah. It's the internet. I don't get caught up in internet shit.
Keyboard warrior.
I don't get caught up in that. I don't even give a fuck. But my point I'm saying is that I have said on this podcast, on this platform for years, I think Drake is incredible. He's in my top 5. I fuck with him. But he made a bad move. And when you make a bad move, I'm gonna call you out on it. And the move was bad, and he's making worse and worse and worse. And people like, leave him alone. Tell him to stop. Right. Tell him to stop doing stupid shit. Tell him to go do. I guarantee you, anybody telling me leave Drake alone don't understand what it's like to be a black man in America. They don't understand what the hard ups is. Because if they did, they will understand why everybody's so happy to see Kendrick win. Because he did it the way a black man should. And Drake he started like a black man, now he's being a white man. And I'm going to keep saying that on record. But I'm not going to disrespect him, and I'm not going to say nothing bad. But I'm saying the truth is the truth.
Yeah. What's the question again? Because I've been thinking about this long and hard the whole time. What was your original question?
Will this video be the thing that flips the switch and makes people want to listen to his
I want y'all to know
again?
I've been thinking about this answer long and hard.
Okay.
Tell us what your
long and hard.
No. No. Drake is done, man. Like Drake is a GOAT. His catalog is GOAT. Like,
we can't take the past away from him.
You can't take that away, but he's done. Like, he's done. There's you can't rebirth.
And
you know what doesn't help?
And when you get so big, it's like, I'm going to do a golf tournament. I'm going to shut all these niggas up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because niggas love golf. Like it's like, bro, it's like
Right.
how can I get the niggas to love me again?
Right.
I'm a partner with the biggest sound company, IMAX.
Yeah.
Nigga, we watch our videos on our phone.
Right.
What
Who
the fuck
cares?
difference did you
But
make?
yeah, we're not going to
Now,
the theaters
don't
to
get me
watch
wrong.
this,
You know what you should do, nigga? Now, if he make his video a preview, like the previews in the movies, like if you go to the movie theater, so say if you go see the new Superman and Drake's video is right before that, now that's gangster. Now that's big, because that's like some real power. But IMAX, because like, bro, come on, bro. And I hope he take the idea I gave him, just make sure, because we got proof that I said it.
Get paid.
That's it, Stan. Let's wrap
That's
it up.
crazy. Well,
Damn, no Kanye.
No.
Kanye
Guys.
West is insane.
we know.
Kanye
we know how
West
you feel.
doesn't like black people.
I was talking about the list, but go ahead.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you for tuning into That's Debatable. We'll see you next time.
Boom.